Hi, welcome back to Hampden Park. It's Celtic 2, Rangers 1. I can tell you that at half-time, both Tugai of Rangers and Paul Lambert of Celtic have been booked for that incident, the altercation going into the tunnel at half-time. Let's just have a look at that, chaps. There was obviously something going on down trackside. Words have been said. Tugai obviously having a word with the referee, and his verbal battle with Lambert continued all the way up the tunnel, and Tugai and Lambert have both been booked. Now, Andy, I hear also that Alan Johnson is going to replace Tugai in the second half.
Well, that might be a good move, because what it will do is it will free Rayner to come in one, and I do feel as though he's much more effective when he's in one on that right-hand side. And Trevor, we think Bobby Petta may be coming on for Celtic as well.
Yeah, Lambert coming off. Saw him get two bad knocks towards the end of the first half there. And Petta going the left-hand side, and I think Celtic can cope with that. Petta's been in good form for Celtic, and that'll be a boost for them as well.
Yeah, I think it's Petta coming on for McNamara. But let's go back to our two match commentators this evening. Billy Stark, and first of all, welcome back Archie McPherson.
Thank you, Jim. Well, I wonder if Dick Advocaat said to himself, we can't have that explosive little Turk back in the field again. He really looked very annoyed there when he went off. The substitution just let me confirm that Alan Johnson is on the pitch right at this moment in time, and he's replacing Tugai, and of course Jackie McNamara is off, and we've got a Celtic substitution in Bobby Petta. Not maybe surprising, Billy.
No, I think Tugai, as we saw going off the pitch, Archie was really quite irate, and you know, it gives Dick Advocaat the chance to put on another attacking player in Alan Johnson, and I think that will mean a change in shape for Rangers, and tells me that they're really going to be going for it in the second half.
Well, Paul Lambert, little blow the cheeks there. He had it hard in that last 10 minutes. He was yellow carded in the tunnel, and if that little walk to the tunnel is an indication, a precursor of what we'll see in the next 45 minutes, they should be explosive, to say the least. Played out there. Try to get that into flow, and he takes it down. Vega's with him. Big fellow who caused consternation right at the start in that Rangers defence with his height and power and jumping ability in the air. Lennon. That's a good tackle by Wilson. Here's Alberts. Still Alberts. Thompson had gone back with him. Ferguson. Rayner. Alan Johnson running into trouble. Too many Celtic players clustered round him there. Where goes Lennon? Now Petta getting his first touch and realising the danger and what this man did to tear Rangers to shreds in that game at Celtic Park early in the season. Ferguson right across and hard in. Lennon. Oh, that's wild by Conterman, and he'll get a booking for that. Sutton wanted to remonstrate with him, and the sheer pace of that man caused a really shocking mistiming. Now the yellow card is certainly there, but I think more disturbingly, Petta is taking the time to get to his feet here. There was a lovely flick inside, typically there by Henrik Larsson.
I think it was well worth a booking. It was a mistimed tackle, nothing malicious in it, but a heavy one at that, and I think Bobby Petta's obviously feeling the effects of that. Well,
either the knock or the way he landed, I think probably the initial knock.
Well, I think he did actually have a chance to see it coming, and he jumped a fair few feet in the air, and as you say, it may be that he's landed a wee bit awkwardly.
There's the substitution of Tugai as this ball is played in there and almost over again. The man we mentioned there, Vega, 6'3", built like an Alp himself, the Swiss international, going up again, and that was fragile defensive work by Rangers again.
I think you can see by his reaction when he ran back, Archie, that he knows that was a gilt-edged chance and he should have scored.
And who was behind him?
Yeah, once again, Flo, yeah. Interestingly, Arthur Newman was away in deep and playing him onside there, because if he'd been up a wee bit, he would have run into an offside position.
Will Johnson. Well, that's the sort of ball he should have played in the first instance. Seemed to hesitate far too long.
I think that's indicative of a fresh player coming on to at the frenzy of an Old Firm game and needing a wee 5 minutes just to settle down.
Go to Rangers. Here's Flo. Rayner. It's very tight across there again. Johnson trying to get into it. Flo. Vega gets there. Alberts can't get away with it. Well, the referee telling the Celtic player to get up. Stilian Petrov went down there. He was caught. Well, I think he made a meal of that, to be honest. Good decision by the referee that time. Conterman away. They're down by Rayner. Ferguson. Now Wilson. And to McCann. Not well enough away by Mjolby. Rangers again mounting with possession in midfield. Malcolm. Now Johnson. Rayner. There's Flo. Oh, just stumbled again. Well, he doesn't seem sharp enough for a game like this.
He took the challenge, but it really was a slip more than anything else, and it is slippy conditions out there.
Johnson again. Got that away well. Ferguson. Now Alberts. Trying to get that to McCann to play back to him. Didn't make it. Rangers mounting the pressure again. Here's McCann. Once again a poorish ball. Beautifully set up there by Newman, and Mjolby with that rather grim expression there, getting in the way. It's had a great season for his club. Alberts with it. Just touched there by Wilson. Here's Johnson. Just got that away. Malcolm tackling is very tight, sharp, incisive in midfield. That's a beautiful little ball through to Newman. He's away on the outside. He can't get it over. That's a beautiful move by the Rangers vice-captain there. Much more typical of Arthur Newman's play to get away from defenders like that. He hit it just a little bit too fast. I think
that's a strong point of his game. He really is so incisive when he gets into that last third. It was a terrific run into the inside left position. Good pass for him. He knew Vega, I think it was coming towards him. Just knocked it by him to get in behind, but just too far in front of him.
Good play there by McCann. Held on to it well. That's a good ball to Johnson as well. Good play by Rangers this time. Good start to the second half. Disappointing ending to that, though. Thompson touches it away. I suppose it's all very well having possession there, but the final ball is so vital.
Final ball definitely let him down there, Alan Johnson. It was good, a good run to get into that outside left position, and being a natural winger, you would have expected a better cross. He really needs to beat the first defender with that type of ball.
Yes, you could say that was late. Well, George Alberts, maybe surprising many people that he's actually playing this game. He had a plaster on his ankle not so very long ago. With a very good recovery. Here's Newman. Yolby to take it. Took away by Malcolm. Good touch in the air there. Water Rangers very tight and rather scrappy at the moment. Oh, that studious expression has given way to more animation ever since that penalty went in, or penalty award was given. Reina with Johnson on the outside of him. Good defending there by Peters. Got the pace to come back very quickly. But I think both hands went up. Free kick. Ferguson seemed to take that right from Sutton's heel there. Good interception though by Vega. Albert's coming away with it. Flo in the box. Lennon going forward. There's Johnson. Flo. Once again he seemed to stumble, and this time with a cluster of players there, looked as if a hand was used. And the big Norwegian had to be sharper here to give some support as Johnson began to threaten.
Yeah, just the angle of the pass wasn't quite right to play Andre Torre-Flo in, but again it was an encouraging move from Rangers. I think his build went against him there. A smaller squat player might have been able, like Michael Moles might have been able to get that one under control.
Well, there's a clash of heads there as Wilson went in for that. Very hard clash of heads. High drooping ball. Yeah, there's blood in Wilson's head as well. There's the challenge there. Very, very late. Well, there's blood running down his cheek at the moment, but I think they've stemmed it all right. I think a plaster more than anything else for him.
It's a typical centre of the pitch challenge. A centre half will always feel that he should go and try and win that ball there. May have been better served. Letting Henrik Larsson flick it on, there was no great danger.
Well, the man who's been talking there, Billy Stark, will be awarding his man of the match. Later on, number is 09009 115500 09009 115500. And you can win a couple of tickets for the cup final itself, of course. Well, he'll have to go off if I think they've put a gun to his head, but it's a staple gun. You know, one of these things that makes you clench your teeth even thinking about it, but he's had to go off.
Yeah, and the modern day football, any sign of blood and you must leave the field and get it cleared up. So the Rangers physio need to do a quick patch-up job to get him back on the pitch.
And I think Larsson is about to come back on. He was stunned. I don't think there was any blood there, but he was stunned. And then he had just about to come back on. He's okay. Meanwhile, Rangers down to 10 men. No Wilson in centre of defence. Ferguson clears that there. Flo. Nice turn by Flo that time. Yeah, it's that'll be a free kick, and Mjolby. Lennon it was who came in very hard there. Didn't like that decision by the referee. No, he kept at him. Free kick, and Wilson has come back up. Still 2-1, and Michael Moles, I think, preparing to come on for Rangers. Here's Malcolm.
That looks like a decision that's maybe been made before the game, that Michael Moles will get the last half hour of the game.
Another free kick there, Tommy Boyd hard in. Yeah, in other words, he's budgeted for a change to be made round about now.
Yeah, I think he's looked at Michael Moles, he's got Sunday in mind as well, and he feels that, you know, half an hour would be to his benefit tonight.
Off comes Neil McCann, and on comes Michael Moles. The man still trying agonizingly hard to recover from that terrible injury he got to his cruciate ligaments in Munich over a year ago. Well, obviously that gives a little boost to that Rangers support there, and it goes, and beyond everybody, but no great challenge, I may say. Not the best free kick.
Well, that physical presence they have in the opposition box, they obviously have in their own box, and you know, any team trying to win headers in there is going to need to be right on top of their form.
Lennon away with it. Alberts. Now Celtic on the break. Larson making the run. Konteman going with him. Only to Petter. Running straight into Reina this time. Well, you would have thought Rangers know all about this man here. Certainly gave them some nightmares after that game at Celtic Park.
Yeah, he was very instrumental in that blistering start that Celtic had at Celtic Park with a 6-2 win. And again, coming back from suspension, he'll be looking to make an impression to get in the starting line-up for Sunday.
Well, Tom Boyd found himself in support. Very tight. Petter trying to get a bit of freedom. Lennon, not such a good ball. Well, Lambert was annoyed. The contact was made by him, but his boot was up very high. Well, they were both at it. Kind of balletic movement there.
I think that's the type of challenge in the olden days that would have just been wave play on in Scottish football, but it's more a continental trait that's crept into our game. But, you know, certainly it's dangerous play.
Here's Malcolm steadying himself again. Michael Moles, beautiful turn on that time. Ferguson, Alberts tries to find Moles with it and does. There's throw to Celtic. Petter read the danger. He was back very closely, identifying Moles in the penalty area.
It's almost unique, that ability of Moles to control the ball and shift his body weight fully onto the other foot and really sell the defender a dummy. But you know, that's maybe been instrumental in the type of injury that he got. It seems to be playing his mind a wee bit, I think.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's making it more difficult for him mentally to adjust to that. Straight to Lambert. Alberts. Nice free kick. I think a hand was used there.
We wondered when Alan Johnson came on if Dick Advocaat was maybe going to play him in a forward area. I think he's certainly aware of Celtic's three midfield players in there, and so he's put Johnson in there to play off of the deeper one, Paul Lambert, and try and get forward and supplement the front two.
There's Wilson. Rangers goalkeeper merely stabbing at it, but he gets it anyway. There's Newman. Touched away by Mjolby. There's Kondeman. Yes, that's got to be a free kick. Lennon with what you might call determination.
A bit fortunate there, Konteman. He turned away and he wasn't aware of Chris Sutton's presence, and on another day Celtic could have had that ball nipped and away and attacking the Rangers goal.
Lennon coming in to defend. There's a chase on. Driven to Moles. Tries to get away from the three players, does very well to get that ball back though. Away goes Ferguson. Now Conterman. Yes, there'll be a booking that time. Alan Thompson in very heavily. Just went right through it.
It was a hefty challenge and just a bit late there. Alan Thompson, of course, sent off at Ibrox and really wouldn't want to get himself into that situation again.
Here's Wilson coming off again. The referee has insisted he goes off to get that. Now it's a challenge for the medical staff at Ibrox. Has to put it back to the goalkeeper. They might play for a little bit of time here, Rangers, until they get Wilson back in the field. The danger is, Billy, for Rangers, every time he goes for the ball in the air, he's going to open that up.
Yeah.
He's going to need to go for it in the air.
Yeah.
There's Sutton. Better move there. Brilliant tackle by the youngster that time. Lennon puts it down. Good support work there. Wilson came back, slipped into position beautifully. Flo. That'll be a free kick, and Yolby is going to be talked to by the referee. A look of sheer innocence on the feign there, and exasperation. Why me? That's why. Oh.
To be fair, I think it was
He had to go for it.
Yeah, he did. I don't think there was a great deal in that, to be honest with you. And obviously there's been no booking, but you know, I think you just have to pick yourself up and go on with it when that decision's given against you.
On to Johnson, neatly inside. Most tries to come up. Johnson again. Alberts. Here's Reyna. Reyna might go for it himself. Too many jerseys in front of him. That's a free kick. I thought for a moment the referee, while he's pondering it, is he showing him the card? I think he is.
Yeah, he certainly looked as if he was going.
Well, it looked as if.
Yeah.
It looked as if, to be perfectly honest, he didn't raise the flag at the yellow card to him.
It's maybe the final warning.
Offside on the far side. Now he put his hand in the top pocket, and it looked as if he would book him, but I don't think he actually did. Yes, he didn't raise the card. Bowles. Newman. Here's Conterman. Offside. Torrandry Flo.
I think Rangers have just got a slight advantage at the moment territorially, but obviously there's not been any clear-cut chances created in this second half, and I think Celtic will be quite content just to see through the game like that.
Well, let me confirm, they have confirmed from the touchline that Johnson in fact was booked. There's Wilson getting away with it. Penalty awarded. A penalty awarded for that challenge by Wilson. Then it goes there, and he's leaning into him, and the referee has awarded a penalty for that. Larson burrowing his way in there, and Wilson putting the body right across him.
I think it was a penalty. I think it's very reminiscent of the penalty that Henrik Larsson won over in Bordeaux, and it's really that anticipation and electric quickness in the penalty box just to get in front of the defender. Scott Wilson didn't see him coming. He's committed to go for the ball, and it's resulted in the penalty for Celtic.
And I think he's going to book, well, certainly the goalkeeper's there and getting it. So Stefan Klos gets a yellow card for that. Stephen Kloss booked for that. And the ball is lying away behind the goal line. And almost considerately, Alberts goes after it. Puts it back into the box.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those situations as a penalty taker. You don't want to stand about waiting too long. You know, it might have been better for one of his teammates to retrieve the ball there and give Henrik Larsson time to make up his mind what he's going to do.
And this could put it beyond Rangers at this stage in the game. Larsson to take it. That's it. 3-1. And he's much more delighted now.
Yeah, he's gone for power and accuracy. Archie's kept it down low. Stephen Kloss has guessed the wrong way, and he's tucked it in the corner there.
Almost a replica of Alberts' penalty himself. And now Rangers really have their very difficult task to pick this one up. Here's Kontaman. Free kick. Alberts to take this. On to Newman. It's still floating in there, and the goalkeeper watched it very carefully. It seemed to hover, and there they feel this game at this stage is won. 20 minutes to go, and they're 2 goals in front again. Straight to Lennon that time. Now to Flo. Here's Johnson. Johnson doing very well, but the final touch eludes him. Lennon again. Celtic once again clustering very effectively in defence. Here's Mjolby. Kontaman has to play it out. Man of the match, of course. You can phone in 09009 115500 09009 115500. Petrov. You know, looking back on that challenge by Wilson, I don't think that was necessary. Larsson running away from goal.
Definitely not, actually, but it was a case of he thought he had the ball under control. All of a sudden, Larsson's on his shoulder with his physical presence, and he's really been spooked a wee bit and felt that he needs to get the ball away.
Oh, that was Tor-Henry Flo going up high, and Mjolby got involved with them. Well, the referee will have to sort this one out. I was looking at Tor-Henry Flo for that challenge, but it's just a gentle word to him. He went up to get in there. The boot was up very high. No action was taken by the referee that time. Larsson. Oh, that could have gone through to the goalkeeper. Away goes Ferguson. That's a good ball to Alberts. Now, Ferguson. Newman. Poor effort there eventually by Newman. Lambert goes with him. Plays it in very well, and I think if Moles hadn't got to that, Flo was lying behind him in a better position.
We'll see it in the replay here that Michael Moles just maybe a wee bit early across the front post, but Flo was going behind him. Where the Celtic defender would have got ahead on it, we'll never know. But how Arthur Newman got the ball back there, it looked as if he'd run out of play, but he whipped a tremendous ball back. And Michael Moles, as all good strikers do, across the front post.
Here's Conterman. Now at this stage of the game, such slackness is inexcusable.
Yeah, I mean he's that type of build that whenever he does that sort of thing, it looks terrible, and it's something that's been a part of his game since he's come to Rangers. I think he's certainly improved.
Pedder trying to get up on it. That's a decent enough ball. Newman having to concede the corner kick because he realised the man with a tremendous spring was just behind him.
Yeah, he's certainly improved, Conterman, in recent times at Ibrox, but at this stage of the game, that's the last thing you want. It really just kills any momentum that you're trying to build, and indeed it's given Celtic the initiative in the shape of a corner kick here.
Dangerous one put in again, and look, Vega. How many opportunities has this Rangers defence given this man by simply sheer rank bad marking? Look at that.
Yeah, he comes off his marker and gets himself into a position where he's got a free header. I think he's up just a wee touch too early and he can't really get any power on the header, but again, it's another great chance.
Larson comes off, he's played his part, and I think that may be an indication that they feel this game is won.
Well, I think it's also an indication that we have another big game coming up on Sunday, and we have a 2-goal cushion. He feels that he can take Henrik Larsson off and introduce Lubomir Moravcik.
Down to Flo. There's Newman. And Johnson, very tight again. Conterman. And you're right, I think the momentum's gone.
It certainly has. I mean,
once again, it's across the field.
I mean, I think they had territorial advantage when Celtic got that goal, but you know, they look as if they've lost a wee bit of confidence from losing that goal, and a 2-goal deficit with 15 minutes to go. You know, in normal circumstances would be too much, but of course we never know what to expect in Old Firm games. Well,
it's apart from anything about technique and tactics, it's about spirit and playing with a cause, and the grimness of this man, I think, reflected away down at the other end amongst the Rangers support. Again, a slag pass there by Ferguson. Here's Vega. Not exactly pleasantries being exchanged from one end of the park to the other.
It's quite amazing when we talked about the game being talked down. There's certainly been no sign of that in the skirmishes that we've seen both on the pitch and the touchline.
Good Johnson. Lennon keeping his eye on the ball. Now Reyna. Can't get the opening. Tries to go in again, and two Rangers players getting in a bit of a fankle. I think a real disappointment for Rangers tonight is Tor-André Flo. Marking slackman. There's Henrik Larsson, by the way, getting I think an ice pack to his aid. Bad marking for that first goal, and simply not sharp enough in laying the ball off.
Well, I think in that situation there, Claudio Reyna is difficult, but he has to try, whether it's through his own dribbling ability or whether movement round about him to get into an area that he can get across into the penalty box, because Celtic will get that middle area bottled up, and they're wanting Rangers to play balls into feet there because they know they can gobble them up and start to think about hitting them in the break.
Thompson, and that'll be a free kick, yes. It may well be at this stage that they've got to give it to the man with an explosive left foot.
I don't think there's any doubt who's hitting this one. Albert's has got a great record in terms of scoring against Celtic, and you know, a lot of them from free kicks, and it's on the right side for him, I think, to get curl and power on this ball. Jonathan Gould will be very wary about this one.
An important moment for Rangers. You see the time ticking away from them. Albert's coming up. Here's Johnson with it, and that's an appalling finish. Yes, they're lacking that sharpness, which is so vital at this level. Yes. May well be looking at him again. Did he try to place it away up to the top left?
It was actually a difficult ball to hit, to be fair, and George Albert's surprises here, because I know Celtic have a lot of bodies in front of the ball, but you know, even the power that he has, a deflection can maybe present somebody with a chance. And really, I was very surprised that he squared it there.
Back to the keeper. Didn't like that one at all. Albert, Conterman. There goes Lennon, just lays it off very nicely. Thompson was giving support. Moravchik. He has the ability to hold the ball up at this juncture in the game.
He's so two-footed, Moravchik, that you know, he presents problems for defenders. They don't know what way he's going to go, and particularly when he's on in a game and he's fresh, and you know, he's got plenty in his legs, and you know, really inventive as well.
Well, the two of them could have gone for that. With Petrov there and Sutton. Here's Alberts. Trying to find Johnson with it. And it goes towards Moles, and Mjolby's there. Ball still in play. Ferguson. Well, the 10 minutes to go, the 2 goals down, and they give the ball away as easily to the opposition. Referee says play on again. Well, there's Alberts going in heavily this time, and Alberts will be booked. So the 6th booking. Oh yeah, very late indeed.
Yeah, it's a definite booking. He really has to make contact with the ball when he goes into that type of challenge. But to be handshake with Paul Lambert there, certainly no recriminations.
He's had it hard tonight. You know, he comes back trying to play his way into the team. Opposition not making it easy for him. Better. Thompson decided not to whip it in this time. Better holding there by Ferguson, who walks rather sheepishly away as if he had done nothing. They call that the half Nelson.
I think Barry Ferguson's suffering from the spell in the first half where, you know, as captain,
Ferguson gets a booking.
He tries to drive Rangers on, and really very tired looking now, and you know, that's been evident in the couple of slack balls that he's gave away, which really isn't like him.
Thompson can whip in brilliant balls from another time intervention. Lovely ball to the outside. Can he get it over first time? Celtic beginning to take command again. Corner kick given, I think. No free kick.
It's always round about the ball.
And it goes, little touch there, and that's a goal kick. Gets a little touch down, and now tries to get that on towards Torandri Flo. There goes Ferguson. Can't get it through again. Celtic on the last line have always seemed to have that extra man.
I think it's interesting reflecting on it that if you look at the Old Firm games this season, the opening goal in every game has come from a set piece. And really, you know, that's the type of thing that you maybe should be working on.
Rabchik, he can't get it there, and that's going to be a corner kick though. Or is it? Not a goalkeeper. Makes it a throw-in. Certainly sprinted out very well. There's Moravcik. Can use that left foot of his as well, of course. Lennon round the side. Moravcik simply holding the ball down at the corner. Newman. Once again, it's easily taken away from Torandri Flo. Ball out of play. Well, all credit to the way Celtic started this game very quickly, but yet again, a contributory factor, very poor defending by Rangers.
Very much so, and again, that's been a feature of the previous two games where either side have defended poorly and really paid the price for it in terms of a heavy beating. You know, 5 minutes to go here, Rangers haven't looked potent at all in the second half. They've not really created a chance to speak of, and you know, I think you have to wonder if the game's over.
You don't have to wonder all that deeply, Billy, I have to say.
Well, stranger things have happened in Old Firm games.
Look at this ball put back to Wilson. Trying to race back into his own half for it. Is the game over, you said? It's been ever since Scotland. Alberts. Stroking it through the middle. All they need to do now, Celtic, of course, is keep possession. Don't need to chase after another one. Newman. Moles. There's Rayner. The float. Couldn't get it back sharply enough.
I talked about Flo earlier. I just wonder if, you know, he's obviously came from a league that's full of quality. Although he hasn't played that many times from the start down there, and I think really, if we're looking to make excuses for him, lack of match fitness and just that wee sharpness just hasn't been there, and he really needs to get games under his belt in order to get that.
Well, I'll buy that one for the moment, Billy. Flo laying it off. Newman. Ferguson. Flo tries again. There's Michael Moles. Well, I think the Michael Moles pre-Munich would have buried that.
Yeah, it was a good chance, and normally a volley is his speciality. It's really about getting his body into the right position to get over the ball and get on target. You see that there. Perhaps Johan Mjällby falling back towards him has done enough just to put him off, but certainly you would expect Michael Moles in top form to put that one away.
side it goes. There's been a little bit of trouble down at one end, but it's been sorted out. Reina in with it, not effectively. And that's a save by Gould. I think Michael Moles may have got a touch there, that's pushed through, and it was actually a back pass.
That was unfortunate. It was good presence of mind by Jonathan Gould to try and set Moravcik away.
3 minutes of stoppage time. Now, player of the match, Billy. Last night there was no doubt about it. Did you have any difficulty tonight?
Well, I think, you know, obviously Celtic having won the game, and I think deservedly. I think you would look for the player of the match to come from that side, and you know, I make no apologies. It's Henrik Larsson. I think Neil Lennon's had a cracking game in the middle of the pitch for them, but Henrik Larsson, you know,
well, there's a really hard tackle again, and they're going in heavy, and they've lost their temper. Oh, there's another push by Lennon, and it's ending disgracefully. It really is. You wouldn't believe that some people said this game was meaningless to these two sets of players. Well, there's the rather dramatic and untidy evidence. It started by that desperate tackle by Reina, who's been sent off, rather compounding the misery for Rangers tonight. And then it got very unpleasant, and it's Moravcik who's off for Celtic. Moravcik's been sent off after that tussle that went on there. What else is happening here? Has the referee finished? There he is, making his way like a predator towards the man. Counsel for the defence, Michael Moles, wasn't listened to. So 2 players off, and Michael Moles is off. Michael Moles is off as well.
I think just about every outfield player was involved. I think they could be forgiven.
Well, I'll tell you what, there are 1 or 2 players still in the field who should have gone off as well, because arms were raised. And they're still arguing. Here's Petter. Thompson. That was late. And Newman. And you know, I think it is. You would take the stature of a team from the way they accept defeat. I'm afraid it's rather plummeted.
There's a certain loss of discipline there. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Even after Newman coming and belt the ball high into the Celtic end there, suggests that he's less than happy with the way things have gone. But you're quite right. It's not the way to vent your feelings on the pitch.
Here's Sutton coming off, and I think Tommy Johnson's coming on.
I was talking just before that unsavoury incident, actually, and Henrik Larsson, the man of the match. I think Neil Lennon's played very well tonight. Celtic have had some good performers, but Larsson, he must have a house full of man of the match awards. But you know, you would have to be fair and say that, you know, he scored that vital second goal, which I think effectively won the game for Celtic.
Here's Lambert. Newman. Larsson is the man of the match. Well, I've seen many an Old Firm game, and I've seen superb matches, debacles, And the victory goes to Celtic. They're in the final. They play Kilmarnock. But I have to say, it's a final that has left bad taste in the mouth. Unedifying scenes. Ecstasy for that support there. But for anybody wishing this game to aspire to greatness, badly marred at the end by lack of discipline. And Stefan Klos is an old mate of Paul Lambert from the Borussia Dortmund games. They're arguing with each other about some of the aggravation that went on through the game. Billy?
It's a shame that the game ended in such a fashion. I mean, there was lots of good things in the game. Obviously, Celtic will be delighted to be in another cup final, and obviously get the psychological edge, I think, for Sunday's big league meeting. The ramifications of the sending offs, I'm not just quite sure how that stands in terms of availability for Sunday, but you know, it may be that tonight's events, even apart from losing the game, Rangers may feel the effect of it even as far into Sunday.
Well, there we are. It's no doubt about it. They are fortified in the belief that they're heading towards a treble, and Sunday, of course, as Billy suggested, is going to be an enormously important game for both clubs now, as the spectators drift away. Not drifting away is our studio, led by Jim Delahunt.
Thank you very much to Archie. Celtic the victors by 3-1, but Reina, Moravchik and Moles losing their heads at the end of the match. Studio reaction and interviews coming up right after this quick break.